Hi there, welcome again in my video. I'm going to teach you really interesting stuff here today. Like most of the times we don't go out for painting to a nice place, right? Even though sometimes we go out as a tourist, but we don't paint there. We take some photos, and when you bring photos at home, sometimes we can't find it what to paint. Even though we find a photograph, we cannot decide how we can compose a scene. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I do that from an ordinary photo. Probably I just chose one single item there for probably one house, and how you can do that too, and you can imagine or you can build a painting surrounding that one. It's going to be interesting. Let's take a look at that. So this is the photograph that I took from just managing. This is a simple photo, just a street scene with just an ordinary building. So this is, as you can see, this is a vertical photo I took. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to paint that one as like landscape size. So I'm going to add some background in there. And this is the sketch I have done. As you can see, I just out of imagination, I just added some background in there. So now if I start with a simple sky, just add ultramarine blue, just added that ultramarine blue in there, and then I'm just simply brushing up with the clear water in there, just to have some soft edges for the clouds. So, and I'll just add a little bit of yellow ochre, and just to have the daylight mode on there. And what I'm going to do in the photograph, I like really the the building, so I'm going to put some highlight on the building in here. Just probably add some sunlight or something like that. So now I'm just adding some more values in the sky, on the top part of the sky. So when you paint any sky on the top part where the sun goes a little bit, just add more values in there. And as you can see, I'm using natural hairbrush. This is a size 10. Brush can be a different size, doesn't matter. So I'm just adding some gray colors in there. I'm going to drop a little bit of colors here and there, and so that it just have some weight into weight effect, and just create a scene by itself. And for the street, I just added a bit of yellow ochre. I'm gonna add some dark yellow ochre in on the front of the building where the sunlight hits it there, and aside I'm gonna add a bit of grayish tone in there, so just to have clear distinction of the front and side of the building. Now, as you can see, as my paper is still wet, I'm gonna add just brushing up dark gray colors, and there it can be anything. But what I'm trying to achieve here, I'm just taking advantage of wet paper and just brushing up my gray color in there. The reason I'm doing some gray color, because I'm imagining this scene out of my mind. So having some gray color in there, I'm gonna drop a little bit of greenish or bluish colors, or sometimes a bit of red. So with the gray, those things will pop up and head my eyes towards the background in there. As you can see, I'm just adding a bit of bluish, dark blue, I think. Yeah, I've added ultramarine with just have a hint of burnt sienna in there, just making it darker blue color. As you can see, it's just mixing up with the background gray very nicely, and having some effect on there. I'm gonna add a little bit of green in here, and what I did, I just added a bit of raw sienna with that ultramarine, and that created that green. And I'm very subtle about these ones, as you can see. Like with basically, I'm trying to having some grayish tone in the background, and just not planning, just wherever I feel like, just having a roof of the house. I'm just doing that one, just leaving those spaces white and empty. Now I'm gonna paint the roof of the house. Gonna have the greenhouse, the greenish roof. So I'm just using cobalt turquoise, having a bit of yellow ochre in there, and just to have the side of the roof, I'm just making that one a bit lighter. Just adding more darker values in there. I've just added just some neutral tint with the existing color, just because I want those figures to be popped up. So doing some negative painting there and having more darker value will pop this figure up. It's very interesting to see those grayish colors and those blue colors, though mixed together so nicely. It's blended together so nicely. And I'm just adding some little bit of bluish touch in there just to have some distinct in there. With the finger, I'm just making those edges a bit softer. Now here I am just doing some negative painting as well, having more darker values around those figures. Just adding some burnt sienna, bit of Elysian crimson mix, just to have a bit of reddish values in there, just to have some impact with those bluish background. Just take a look at the background, how it automatically created that distinct effect and mixed those different warm and cool color together. And this is where the magic happens. So when you choose any sort of scene and try to make a painting out of that, it is very important to take advantage of wet into wet effect and cool and warm color combinations together, and let them mix together and create that magic that watercolors can do. So don't hesitate to create some scene and extend your background, extend your scenery just out of your imagination, just because you have those strength, which is the strength of watercolors, just to let them mix freely. It will create the scene by itself for you. If you want to learn how to draw figures quickly and with the just gesture of your brushes, check out my free ebook, link in the description. Now I'm going to add some verticals, just lamppost and electric poles. So when you have a horizontal distant scene, something like that, if you have verticals like lamppost or like light post or electrical pole, this kind of thing, that will complement each other, and that will enhance your beauty of the painting. Even though sometimes if you don't see them, you can add them easily. Like I have done that one in many painting. We don't have any electric poles or something like that, but I thought it would be really nice to have something like that. And I'll have some smoky effect to enhance the beauty of the distance. Also on the right hand side, I don't like that to be prominent too much, so what I will do, I will add some white paint in there so that it gets a little bit less highlight from the original focus point. The smoke needs to be complement with your background, so if your background is dark, you have some white effect, and if your background is lighter, you have a bit of darker smoke in there. And this is, I'm just adding some white color on the right hand side so that the eyes doesn't get stuck in that side, because I haven't painted that one very much in detail, so it's just a very suggestion of some houses and trees in there. So that's pretty much all, with some splatters, because in the foreground I feel like missing something, so it's just added some splatters and some marks just to have some natural organic texture in there. And just doing some finishing touches with the wall of the houses and all of the stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much all. So as you can see, this is how you can actually, like in this photograph, I really like that building, so I just took the building and then I just created the background and left this whole painting in the hand of watercolor to create and paint it by itself with just some suggestion of brush marks and these things. So that is all. If you like this video, please consider subscribing and like this video, and also I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Bye.